no, not this again.
What?
Another late dry season. Wildfire. Too many these days. Looks like a big one. Same as last year. It's going to be getting a lot hotter around here, you know.
You think so?
If they're not managed, these fires can go wild and damage huge areas of country. They also put heaps of greenhouse gases into the air. Wildfires add to climate change, but they're not the only problem.
What are you talking about?
Climate change. The temperature is getting warmer due to a buildup of an invisible blanket of greenhouse gases in the air that traps the heat in.
Greenhouse gases?
Yeah. They trap in the heat which keeps our planet warm. Without them, the whole world would be frozen. Look here. Imagine this car is like a planet. The window of the car act like the extra greenhouse gases in the air. They let the sunlight and heat in, but stop some of it getting out. If we close the windows, it gets a lot hotter because more heat gets trapped inside.
Hey! Those flying foxes are stealing that ute! Get out of it!
Whoa, but I thought you said we'd freeze without them. I don't want to freeze.
Yes, but nature already had enough greenhouse gases to keep us warm. Humans are putting up more of these gases than normal. They're always busy rushing around in their cars, boats, and planes. These machines burn fossil fuels in their engine, and burning fossil fuels release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. Humans also light up their cities and towns at night. Lights use electricity, and most electricity is made from burning fossil fuels.
Huh? Fossil fuels? What are they?
Fossil fuels are the remains of forests and other plant life that broke down millions of years ago. Over a very long time, they slowly turn into coal, oil, and gas. Humans dig up these fossil fuels so they can burn them to make energy that runs their machines. Carbon is the main ingredient in fossil fuels. When fossil fuels are burnt, carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, is released into the air. This carbon was once safely stored underground, but now the humans are releasing too much.
That's shocking. You're going!
Did you know that there are 7 billion humans in the world today and 255 babies are born every minute? All those people eat a lot of food, so they are busy cutting down forests to make way for farms. There are now over 1.5 billion cows on the planet, and these cows also burp and fart a lot of greenhouse gases. Big wildfires also add a lot of greenhouse gases into the mix. These greenhouse gases build up an invisible layer in the air, like a blanket, and this blanket is becoming thicker and thicker. The carbon dioxide layer traps the sun's heat and reflects it back to Earth. This process is called the greenhouse effect. It is causing the planet to heat up and the climate to change.
That is just like in that car, but on a much larger scale. But what's so bad with global warming anyway? I like the warm weather.
It gets warmer everywhere, not just here. So polar ice that's usually frozen will melt and cause the sea level to rise. A lot of coastal land will go underwater and the lowlands will be flooded with salt water, especially during the storms and the big tides.
Whoa!
Wait! There's no need to panic. The sea is rising, but too slowly for you to notice. It's more like watching a tree grow. It'll take a long time, However, by the time you're my age, it will have flooded many places that are on the land today. The rising sea could gradually flood our billabongs, and freshwater wetlands could become salty. And you're not the only one who likes warm weather. It allows more pests to thrive, like mosquitoes. They spread diseases like dengue fever. Some disease will be new to us. In the future, we'll have to watch out. Food will get harder to grow and more expensive if the planet heats up and the climate changes. Droughts may become more common and more severe. And when the dry spells end, we will get heavier than usual rain. These bigger rains and intense storms can cause floods and damages to crops and homes. Warmer ocean temperatures will create more powerful cyclones, like those we've already seen in Queensland. Silt carried by flooding rivers can smother marine life, and warmer water temperature can kill coral, causing our reefs to suffer, making it harder to catch fish.
So, what does cutting down trees and wildfires have to do with global warming and climate change?
Well, carbon dioxide, or CO2, is invisible, like the air that we breathe out. One of its parts, the carbon, is the main building block of life. All life on Earth is made of carbon, even you, the people, and the trees. Trees are like the lungs of the Earth. They take in carbon dioxide through their leaves and store it as a carbon inside their wood and roots. But when the bush is cleared, or you have a big fire, the carbon is released into the air. This happens very quickly if the tree is burnt, and slowly if it is left to decay. It's simple. If we look after the country, the trees will grow, and carbon dioxide is removed from the air. But if we allow big wildfires or clearing, more carbon dioxide is released into the air, and less CO2 can be stored. Healthy forests are really important to us all. Humans need to change their behavior and look after our planet.
Yeah, and we can do our part too.
Yo!
Some seeds and fertilizer for the next generation.
Let's review the greenhouse effect and climate change. Invisible greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide are released more than normal when humans burn fossil fuels, clear land, breed more cows, and if they let bushfires burn out of control. The gases build up in the air, forming an invisible blanket that traps the heat in, causing the earth to heat up and the climate to change. Forests and woodlands have an important role in removing carbon dioxide from the air. They are the lungs of the earth. We need to look after them as well as cut down carbon pollution from burning fossil fuels. Climate change is affecting our environment, our food sources, our livelihood. There are big challenges in turning the problem of carbon pollution around. Perhaps the biggest is to change the way we live with our planet.